Hello, myself is Alan Grover Advocate. I am in the field of advocacy for last so many years and have dealt with multiple type of cases with all my sincere efforts and in best interest of client and justice. I, being in the legal field for so many years, have seen a lot of legal issues about which common people are ignorant of and due to which have seen them suffer at the behest of legal jargons. Mostly I have seen helpless women who are, even after being conferred with a lot of legal rights by virtue of legal provisions and precedents, are made to suffer at the hands of courts of law which are already burdened with lots of cases. Word helpless is referred to by me because such helplessness is due to our legal system, which proceed at such pace that the time by which one ought to be awarded with right the value of such right or relevance thereof is lost, as it is very well said, justice delayed is justice denied. Otherwise, terming a woman helpless is like proving that the person speaking such is foolish, as it does not know that he has been even given birth by woman only, and only by virtue of such woman he is able to speak such. Being aggrieved from such helplessness of common men and women suffering to tackle with legal terminologies who are already battling with being unaware of valuable legal rights, I am, with the grace of God and wishes of all the well-wishers, taking an initiative to start present channel on YouTube with the name of LNG Legal, with only view to spend light of legal knowledge to help those who are stuck in the darkness of confusion as what to do when faced with such question as to what legal right one possesses in particular situation. The special emphasis of the present channel would be also to highlight the various rights of women, because as I have observed in a lot of cases, women are made to suffer at the behest of courts of law, as they are burdened with lot of cases in India and is not able to timely deliver justice to aggrieved women despite being willing to do so. By saying so, I am not trying to say that men are always wrong and they are not subjected to false cases. In many cases, they are also victims of harassment at the end of women who misuse the legal protection granted to them. So with subsequent videos, if all of you would support with best wishes, I would also deal with such issues too. The present initiative would also help law students and beginners in legal practice field to capture realities related to legal field and understand law in simple terms with relevant precedents too. And present initiative of mine is in addition to all ongoing channels as to legal updates, and not to compete or defame any of channel, as all channels related to legal field are doing their best for advancing knowledge to people as to their legal rights, and I bless all such respective channels with my best wishes. The title of present first video of our channel is Right to Maintenance of Divorced Women. Right to Maintenance of Divorced Women. And it becomes really relevant to tell you why I choose this title as our first video. In the recent times of COVID-19 pandemic, all are worst hit physically, economically and mentally, and I was faced with queries of many people as to issues they faced as to rent, loan advanced and many such issues. But one of the most relevant serious issue I faced was related to divorced women who have not remarried and not having any source of income owing to unemployment in the realm of pandemic, and were made to suffer a lot of hands of the economic crisis. And women are worst hit by pandemic economically was even recognized by Delhi government commission survey, which was published by Indian Express. The link to same has been provided in the description box. To address the rights of maintenance of such divorced women and provide them knowledge as to their rights, which can effectively help them to claim maintenance from their husbands who are sufficiently earning income, and I am making present video. First pertinent question faced by divorced women is whether they are entitled to claim maintenance from their husbands. The answer to such question is yes, if they have not been remarried and are not able to maintain oneself. The provisions under which divorced women can claim maintenance is specifically provided under section 120 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, in short referred as to CRPC 1973. Subsection 1 of section 125 of the CRPC provides that wives who are unable to maintain herself can claim maintenance from their husband if husband, having sufficient means, neglects or refuses to maintain wife. Explanation B appended to said subsection states that even if a divorced wife can claim maintenance. Yes, in following conditions, divorced women can't claim maintenance. If a woman is living in adultery with another person, or it can be said if divorce has been obtained on this ground. If woman had sufficient means to maintain herself. For this preposition, I would like to mention here that sometimes a misconception is there among women that if they are more qualified than their husbands, they are not entitled to maintenance. It is not the determining factor as capacity to earn, and in actual how much one is earning are different things, and actual earning is taken into account, and same has been observed lot of high courts and even the apex court. And to be more specific, I am mentioning the case of Honorable Delhi High Court in case of Binita Das versus Uttam Kumar. The link for the said judgment is given in the description box. It is very relevant to maintain herein that there is a misconception among a lot of women that by virtue of subsection 4 of section 125 of the CRPC 1973, a divorced woman is not entitled to receive maintenance if she has been divorced by husband on the ground that said wife have deserted the husband. Deserted simply means abandoned husband or not lived with her husband for 2 years. But said fact is not right, as Honorable Supreme Court in case of Dr. Swapan Kumar Banerjee versus the state of West Bengal has specifically held that wife who has been divorced by the husband on the ground that the wife has deserted him is entitled to claim maintenance under section 125 of the CRPC 1973. And even another mistaken belief is that if divorce has been obtained by mutual consent, then also a divorced woman is not entitled to maintenance. But this belief is also wrong, as the Honorable Supreme Court in case of Rohtaj Singh versus Shrimati Rammindri has held that divorced woman continues to enjoy status of wife for claiming maintenance till her remarriage or her liability to maintain herself, even if the divorce was obtained by mutual consent. Now the question arises whether divorced wife who has received permanent alimony on the basis of MOU entered into between her and her husband and consequent to which mutual consent divorce decree is passed can claim maintenance in future? The answer is this is also very relevant question as to which many of the divorced women are unaware of and consider that if they have already received a fixed lump sum money as permanent alimony and waive their right to claim maintenance in future, then whether such divorced wife can claim maintenance in future? This conception is wrong, as even after receiving a lump sum amount as permanent alimony, a divorced woman can claim maintenance if afterwards the said recourse and she is unable to maintain herself, as is the situation with many divorced unmarried women in the time of pandemic. Non-maintenance in said cases can be claimed if they have been divorced under Hindu Marriage Act 1955, then under section 25 subsection 2 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, and if the divorce has been obtained under Special Marriage Act, then under section 32 subsection 2 of the Special Marriage Act 1954. This submission of mine I support with the case of Rakesh Malhotra versus Krishna Malhotra, and would like to read relevant portion of judgment which is very simply self-explanatory. Para 10 says, Section 25 subsection 1 of the Act empowers the court while passing one decree to consider the status of the parties and whether any arrangement needs to be made in favor of the wife or the husband, and by way of permanent alimony and other order granting maintenance can also be passed by the court. Para 11. At the stage of passing a decree for dissolution of marriage, the court thus consider not only the earning capacity of the respective parties, the status of the parties as well as various other issues. The determination so made by the court as an element of permanent involved in the matter. However, the Parliament has designedly kept a window open in the form of subsections 2 or subsection 3, in that, in case there be any change in circumstances, the aggrieved party can approach the court under subsection 2 or 3 and ask for modification. Para 12 says, since the basic order was passed by the concerned court under section 25 subsection 1, by very nature, the order of variation can also be passed by the concerned court exercising power under section 25 subsection 2 or section 25 subsection 3 of the Act. So since when we have been granted divorce, you can pursue the final order decree by whereby it would be mentioned that you been granted a certain sum, and this would become your premise to claim maintenance under section 25 subsection 2 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955 for modification of the same, to claim further maintenance owing to drastic change in the circumstances, owing to pandemic or change due to any other reason. It is also pertinent to mention that section 25 subsection 2 of the Hindu Marriage Act can also add those divorced women who have been granted monthly maintenance after divorce, and now they can claim increase in that fixed lump sum. Some advice while filing petition under section 125 CRPC section 20, or application under section 25 subsection 2 of the Hindu Marriage Act. While petition under section 125 of the CRPC 1973 ensures that you file an application for interim maintenance as provided in second proviso to subsection 125 of the CRPC 1973 to claim interim. Separate application is not mandatory, but it is advisable to so. As such, interim maintenance would support expense incurred during proceeding of said case. Secondly, that in case filing application under section 25 subsection 2 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, also application under section 24 of the Hindu Marriage Act can be made to claim interim maintenance for provision of expenses. Thirdly, that along with filing other documents to support the claim of your insufficiency to maintain yourself and sufficiency of your husband to maintain you, also file affidavit of income and expenditure as has been directed by Apex Code in the recent case of Rajneesh Neha, as it would prevent unnecessary adjournment in the case filed by you. Concluding remarks is that, to conclude, I would like to say that the woman who has been divorced, please do not consider yourself helpless. You can claim maintenance from your husband to support yourself in the times of such severe pandemic, to support yourself, and it is your valuable right, and no one can deprive you from the same if your requirements are bona fide. The link for all the judgments cited and provisions of the law explained are provided in the description box for your ready reference, and if someone have any doubt or query, can write the same in the comment section. We'll reply to the same as soon as possible. I would like to thank all viewers in advance and request all the viewers that if they like present initiative of social service, then please subscribe the channel and hit like to the video and share the video for spreading the light of knowledge, as might someone in need gets benefit from the same. And opinions of the viewers are also invited through comment section, and if any viewer want to know about any legal issue or procedure, can write in comment box. Would like to explain the same through upcoming videos. Thank you.